Okay, welcome to the second game of Dreadfleet. This is the second scenario in the rulebook. The Heldenhammer managed to get away from the Blood Reaver and found his companion stuck, captured in this castle. And he needs to destroy the castle, well, damage the castle, and make sure that thing makes it off the board. Isle will appear in turn 2 and 3. So that thing is idle until he damaged the castle long enough. So it's really only Heldenhammer on the board now. So I'll guess it's your turn. Okay, the Heldenhammer is activated. And where did the light just go? Okay, no, I would just defocus the camera. So we moved up, turn a little bit, open fire on the castle, cause a speed and special damage which both are ignored. So turn 2, I guess it's the only ones who could activated. We pulled the Winds of Magic Fate card. So we moved up, turned, moved up with the open fire against the fortress, caused 1 crew damage. So our nest is still trapped in there, but I appeared in the end phase, so I couldn't do anything, but I'm still here. So now we'll see what happens. So turn 3, Grand Lion's activation. He pulled the wind thing the other turn.
Tsunami.
Yeah, so he had the living tsunami, which is useless because this ship is the only one that you have to have in order to activate it, and it's technically not there. So he moved up, hard starboard, turned, and almost crashed into this rock. But he couldn't shoot at this thing, it was just out of line. So I guess it's my turn. Yeah. Turn 3, Dreadfleet activation. I moved up the Blood Reaver full speed ahead, turned, open fire at his Heldenhammer, caused a keel damage, which is very useful because he's gonna have to turn next turn. And then the fortress, which I came to realize now that I could use, open fire and caused a crew damage. And then the Curse of Zendri appeared on the bottom of the table in the end of turn 3. So on to turn 4. So the turn 4 of the Grand Lions did not turn in his favor. The Fate cards was 3 of them are spells, 2 of them helped me, and the wind direction is over there. He tried to turn over here, moved out, and he did not take any damage to the keel. And he opened fire with a broadside on the fortress, hit once, and the damage got ignored. So we will see what happens now. So the Blood Reaver just went, he moved up a little bit, turned a little bit, fired a broadside against the Heldenhammer, took 1 damage somehow. Yeah, he set him on fire. That was pretty cool. So, fire on deck and set ablaze. Then I used his Fate card against him, which was the Hellfish Swarm, so he took another damage to that. And I did a hardcore in the beginning, just turn a little bit. And now it's time for the castle and Curse of Zendri, because he doesn't have anything else that's useful now. Okay, this is the turn 4 combined with the fortress and the Curse of Zendri here. He just moved up, and that thing caused open fire against the Heldenhammer, causing 1 damage, so that's basically it. Turn 5, the Grand Lions has the initiative. The Heldenhammer decided to repair. He managed to get it and put out the fire and weigh anchor instead. So he's stuck there now, and he opened fire on the fortress. Did not damage it because it ignores speed and special cards. So now I have my 3 ships to activate. So the rest of the Dreadfleet activates. The ship fired, did nothing. The Curse of Zendri opened fire, caused some kind of damage. Crew, I think? No?
Crow's Nest.
Crow's Nest.
-1 to my command checks, and the handling increased by 1.
And the Bloody Reaver moved up. And tried to rake him. Failed, missed all my shots. And I just decided to take them all together because, well, it's a waste of time otherwise. Turn 6, the Dreadfleet activated. I got the Blood Sharks thing. However, no one is standing still. Oh, no, nothing. The Curse of Zendri is the one who is closest to the wind gauge. However, he is in movement, so the not Hellhammer, what's called the Reaver. Did he fire as a barrels order? Fired away a raking shot at the Hellhammer. 2 damage. And one was
Damaged rudder and damaged speed.
yeah. So I'm slowly whittling it down with nothing. Then I've got these 2 left, and that one, and this is the final turn. Okay, the Heldenhammer just went. He opened fire on this thing, but I made both my armor saves that were inflicted. He's still at anchor, and he managed to repair, I think. You'll see that later. And also, a sea giant rose and attacked the Curse of Zendri. However, was killed with the My Will Be Done special rule. So he didn't stand up to all those stacks. So now we will see what happens. Okay, this is the end of the game, turn 6, it's supposed to end there. I'm activated these 2, that thing fired, did nothing. This thing moved up and did the hard starboard order because it was just about to crash in here. Just made it, and then crashed into this thing instead. Hooray! Took 1 whole damage from that. And my hands are really stupidly shaking. And it also fired away because it still had the rule that I got from My Will Be Done. So he still caused a lot of damage. So he's still floating somehow, barely, but he lost because its time has run out and he didn't do the evict conditions. Which, on the other hand, were to reduce this thing below 2 hull or 2 crew and then escape with the swordfish.